All right, here we go.
Also, first,
It's okay, everyone. He fixed it. No, fuck you.
You don't even drink.
You tried to poison my brownie.
I don't drink either.
Brownie. You tried to poison my brownie. Why should I get you a drink?
That game was a nightmare to get, like, working, and I want some company, like some bullshit company, to scoop up the rights to The Town with No Name and put it on Steam, just so I don't have to go through the rigmarole of messing with, like, 5 different versions of DOSBox to get that running.
It'd be even more hilarious if they did and it still somehow didn't work.
No, we gotta...
You excited for Doom the Dark Ages?
Yes, I put my pre-order in. Have a good night, Shadow Dragon.
Have
a good night, Shadow Dragon. But,
have a good one.
Like, get Night Dive to do a remaster, or, like, limited... As shitty as Limited Run is proven to be, they did a remaster of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. Please let them do The Town with No Name.
I was gonna say, here's the thing. Limited Run Games is great about getting their digital stuff out and it working properly.
Yeah, it's the whole limited release, physical releases that are just dog shit.
It took 3 goddamn years to get my Shantae statue.
Oh, and with the Shantae Risky Revolution cartridges going out, people are reporting that they use some bad chips in them.
Yep.
Ooh. This game has my favorite Dante and Nero design.
Yeah. I mean, given Nero only has 2 designs to go off of.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd utter these words, but I'm actually happy I didn't buy a Risky Revolution cartridge from them.
Yeah, not only did it take forever to come out, but they, like, cheaped out on parts for the cartridges.
She is nice in this game. She does have a nice design in this game.
To be fair, though, that the reason it took so long was because WayForward didn't realize just how much of they needed to, like, fix for that game to be playable.
Yeah, like, they had to, like, first of all, they had to recover the ROM off of the prototype cartridge so they could work on it.
How did I already forget her name? Who's the girl in 5 that hangs out with Nero?
Nico.
Again, Nico. Did you know that the stuttery guy in this game is her father?
Yes, I know.
Oh, so that's her father.
Yes.
Yeah. Also,
We
what do
got
you think about
I don't
5
know any of these
going more blue for Nero over the red and blue they have here?
I feel like it contrasts better with Dante's red design, and also, like, without getting into spoilers, it fits well.
So,
Yeah.
random thing. This right here was actually the first Devil May Cry game I ever played, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on, so I gave up on it.
Fair enough. Also, for eagle-eyed viewers, in the opening cutscene for this game, you can see Dante
Yep.
before you actually see him.
This is also the game that introduced Legendary Dark Knight mode through its original PC
We're not
port.
doing that.
We're not doing that. It's basically, it's the same, it's a separate difficulty where it's like just swarming you with enemies.
We ain't doing hell or hell either.
Yeah, I'm just doing normal because you have to beat the game to unlock hard.
Giggity.
Giggity. Apparently, that's copywritten in Family Guy, apparently.
Probably trademarked rather than copywritten.
It's trademarked and only certain people can use it.
Yeah, like how Arnold Schwarzenegger has a trademark on Hasta La Vista, baby.
I thought you were going to say he has a trademark. And I'm like, oh, I'm fucked.
Or how Gene Simmons has a trademark on the image of a sack of money with a $sign on it.
Does have that. I forgot about that.
Which is so fitting for Gene Simmons, of all people, to have that trademark.
Yep.
So, like,
that's what he is.
when you look into, like, the development history and, like, developer notes stuff we've learned about the development of Bayonetta 1, and you find out that, like, they directly looked at Devil May Cry 4 as a lot of inspiration for the aesthetics, it's like, oh yeah, you can definitely see a lot of Devil May Cry 4 and Bayonetta 1.
Oh, yeah. I also love how, like, every Devil May Cry game looks different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely different graphical style for each one, because they never use the same engine twice.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. Would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyrie, definitely.
I'm always going to be a lady guy. Though, what was the girl you like that's in the emotes here for it?
Arzette.
Arzette. There's a character here, or you'll know who I'm talking about. We saw her in a bit in the intro.
Yeah.
I think Furret's going to like her.
Yeah.
Would?
Yeah.
But there's somebody else that they're referring to.
Yes, there is somebody else that you would definitely would.
Yes.
What?
Everybody would.
Everybody would. Even those who aren't attracted to females would.
Like, even Nero, as stoic as he tries to be, and you can still catch him, like, sneaking a peak, like, damn.
Being like,
He's
still he's Dante's age bet from 3 here. He's definitely still a 19-year-old.
Yeah, he's looking at her, he's trying not to gawk at her.
He's trying not to, but he does.
Dirty ferret noises?
Oh, yeah.
That's actually like the backstory. Part of the backstory of my OC here is that he's a very, very naughty ferret.
I
I also like that they made. I like that they made Nero a left-handed hero. We don't see that often.
Yeah.
The only other one I can think of off the top of my head is Link. Link's not even left-handed anymore.
Link's still left-handed.
Depending on the
Wild and
it depends. It depends on which game you're playing.
It does depend on which game, but like the most recent games, he's been right-handed.
Don't Mandela affect my ass.
No, yeah, in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, he's right-handed.
Like, it started with Skyward Sword was the first one to make him right-handed.
And then Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess first, then
no.
Skyward.
No, because Twilight Princess only in the Wii version.
Yeah,
right.
You played the Wii version of Twilight Princess.
Yes, but it was developed first and foremost for the GameCube.
Yeah, for the GameCube. It was more developed for the GameCube, yes.
And it's not a result of, they just made Link right-handed. They flipped the entire game on the horizontal axis.
Yep.
Yes.
So I don't count that.
Yeah, they debated doing that for Skyward Sword too, but backed out at like the last minute.
Yes, this is Liam O'Brien, for those who are wondering.
Oh.
He voices the fucking Pope.
Critical Role fame.
He voices... Oh, this is not going to age well. This is not going to age well.
Well, I mean, we just got a new Pope yesterday.
And he's American, and he's
Yep.
from Chicago.
Yep.
Yep. So he knows how to have real pizza.
Shut the fuck up.
Ladies, the bathroom is to your left.
My bathroom actually is to my left. That's the...
Mine's to the right, which makes it even fucking weirder.
Well, mine is to the right, so... Regardless.
Oh, so now that I pointed it out, you can definitely hear Liam O'Brien more.
Yeah. But yeah, I know him of Critical Role fame, as in the voice of Vax from...
Vox Machina.
Yeah. Vox Machina, yes. Thank you.
Oddly enough, I know him as Red 13 from Advent Children.
I know Ashley Johnson as Gwen Tennyson.
What's wrong?
Oh yeah, I forgot that was her.
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
She's teenage Gwen. And young Gwen in Omniverse.
Yeah, Omniverse actually was better than I originally gave it credit for.
Yes.
I I used to despise it because I thought it's like, oh, the art style is just too drastically different. But I was like, it made Ben 10 fun again.
Okay, here's where the game's not gonna age well.
Ooh.
I mean, to be fair, Dante murked the Pope. At least he didn't die of cringe after meeting, like, the vice president. Like, the last thing that Pope Francis did before he decided it was his time to go was meet J.D. Vance.
And
his fat face.
And tell him to go F himself.
Like, he met J.D. Vance once.
Imaginable.
This is as political as I'll get on tonight's stream. He met J.D. Vance once and decided, that's enough for one lifetime. I'm fucking out of here.
It's not even political. That's just a funny ass coincidence.
I mean, I got a harebrained conspiracy theory, but I'm not going to share it here. At least not on the stream.
Not where you can get in trouble.
Yeah, do it on Furret's stream, not mine.
Or hear me out. We don't.
We got that Dante used this guy like a fucking battering ram.
Basically, you're like, I'll rip this motherfucker with another motherfucker.
That's Dante in a nutshell, actually.
I also like that Dante's completely silent here at first.
Yeah, you don't hear him till, what the hell is this? That's the first time you hear him.
Well, no, he does say some stuff, like, right when he's about to leave after this opening fight.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yes. But that's like, after a while, you're like, that's...
Well, it's not even right when he's about to leave. It's when he notices, Nero's arm.
Yeah. Which, the lore reason behind that, he basically did something and it's just stuck that way.
Yeah.
And he just didn't know how to turn it off, which I think is a really fun detail.
Listen. I mean, I'm sure a lot of guys his age have one arm that's significantly stronger than the other for certain reasons.
Jesus Christ, man! Also, theoretically speaking, a double-barreled Magnum is possible.
For me, would it be a stronger?
But it would only work with a Magnum.
Yes, it would be a stronger paw.
Giggity.
Giggity. He grabbed Ivory with his fucking teeth!
Like, Nero does not fuck around.
He does not! He fights dirty, and I love it.
Yeah, like, this whole opening scene, before you even get to play, it goes to show how different of a fighter Nero is than Dante, before he's even gotten a sword.
Say what you want about the characters, they are all different in the way they fight. No two characters fight the same.
Good, that would make it boring.
Exactly.
There's
also a funny bit in this fight scene with when he gets one of the swords, and Dante just mocks him. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Also, the Blue Rose, that's the name of the gun.
Yeah.
So
for
apparently,
those who don't know.
My my final grade, like the overall score I got in my class, fine.
Sorry, I was just noting I forgot to turn on the subtitles.
Could you, Ari? Some of us can't read without the subtitles.
Subtitles, there it is. There we go.
I fucked up. Some of us can't hear without the subtitles.
I can barely hear you now, man.
Because he's laughing too hard.
I can barely hear him.
But yes, as I was saying, my final score in my class actually finally got a grade, and it was officially a B. So yeah,
good.
I'm happy with that.
You passed.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised I passed as well as I did.
I already sent you your graduation present, so
I didn't graduate yet for it.
I realized you said graduation. I thought you said congratulation.
Congratulations on your graduation, uwu.
Don't ever do that again, Ari.
So, but what you're saying is that's going to be a new thing for me to torment you with.
But okay.
You tormented me with that already, so I'm just like, why stop now?
My brain is pretty much shot at this point, but I'm pretty sure I did say congratulations present, not graduation.
I think you said graduation, honestly. I could have sworn I heard graduation.
It was graduation, but I just misheard him. That's what happened. It was my fault.
Look, I'm legit admitting I probably did.
I'm just
calling
saying,
side roll
I
time.
meant congratulations present.
yes, I know. I'm just saying it was like, I'm just confirming that you did say graduation.
Yes, and I meant congratulations.
Yes, I'm well aware you meant that.
Just do it right as he starts firing. That's what I do.
Man, I didn't know that was graduating. Damn.
It counts it.
Yeah, I have 3 more semesters, and then I'll finally be able to graduate.
Also, I should point out it's not
now.
it's not just a double-barreled Magnum. It's a double-barreled Magnum that fires 2 different kinds of bullets.
Yeah, it does do that, actually. Also, one of the few times we actually see a character reload in this franchise. Here it comes.
What's the point of packing a sword like that if you aren't even gonna use it?
Love Johnny Young Bosch, man.
Vroom, vroom.
That's such a Dante thing. Yeah, I love it.
Hey, Red, did I ever tell you that I actually met Johnny Young Bosch?
I don't think so.
So have I, actually.
Yeah, you got me his autograph.
Well,
I want to meet him.
Autograph?
If anything,
Yeah,
because
I never received that autograph.
I swear to God, it's somewhere with JKR. Like, I know I put it in that box. The box that I gave you last October, I swear to God, his Johnny Young Bosch autograph is in it.
yeah, it was.
I think he does.
Yeah, you did, but you never gave it to me.
I didn't. That's
No, you didn't.
Let me have a look at my stuff. Maybe I might have slipped it in somewhere and forgot to hand it off to you.
I mean, you also forgot to give me the upgrade kit.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you did get the Yari Lowenthal.
Yes, I did. I posted a picture of it.
Okay.
Dante here actually does look like Ruben a lot.
Yeah. Makes sense. He did the mocap for him, so they probably modeled him
Let me
after him.
know if you want anything from Roger Craig Smith in a couple weeks.
Hell yes, I do.
What character in particular? I already know the answer to this.
God, I'm torn between either Sonic or Ezio.
Matt Mercer is that CO.
No, that was Roger Craig Smith.
Yeah, it's Roger Craig Smith.
I have no
what's
idea
SEO?
I have no idea how you confuse that.
I think first thinking of SPO, which is Matt Mercer.
No, Ezio from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, SPO from Assassin's Creed is Roger Craig Smith. SPO from Sonic is Matt Mercer.
Yeah. I was gonna say because Ezio is who I'm going for him for because I've got a copy of Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know.
Cool Dante
we were talking Sonic. My brain heard SPO. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It does this.
You're fine, man.
The
Your brain
phrase
always does.
used.
Bart, your brain always does this. You should really.
No, it's just the translator fucking up.
Yes, there we go.
My favorite part of this game is how little of a shit Dante gives in this game.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
He's just having fun. At
I
this
keep
point.
I keep forgetting to change the batteries in my translator.
Bart, I keep telling you to do that, and you keep saying, "Oh yeah, I'll do it," but then, lo and behold, you never do it.
I know.
There we go. Here's the boss fight.
Yeah, I always forget that, like, when you play as Nero, you don't start
Hold
with
on.
any good combos.
Let me change the batteries.
Well, the way I was able to have 4, I was able to have a lot of good combos.
Like, you have to buy his combos after the first stage.
I mean, if you have a way to get orbs early, you can do that.
Yeah, but not on, like, a
game
fresh
there
first
is.
playthrough.
I was able to do that.
Not before the
DLC
fight with
where you
Dante.
get-
Not before. Well, not counting microtransactions, of course. That's cheating.
Yeah.
Microtransaction.
Well, then I cheated.
Especially because the microtransactions are only in the special edition. In the original PS3 and 360 release, you couldn't buy red orbs and proud souls.
I'm going to cheat in the game that was rushed. I'm not going to cheat in the other games.
Well, it's not even a game that's hard enough that you really need to cheat.
Yeah, it's not
This
that
is
hard.
this is still a pretty easy game by Devil May Cry standards.
I just wanted to feel powerful, okay?
Voilà, mon traducteur a maintenant de nouvelles piles.
No hablo español porque tengo un vaso de agua.
Fix your damn translator for it.
Sacapuntas. I really only know swears in Spanish.
He was speaking in French.
Well then.
Also, Red Wing.
Oh, Nero's just boiling on him.
Alright, time for the customary Dante impaling.
Yep.
Nope.
And he's crucified.
Also,
Like, he puts his arms out too, so he's crucified.
Encore bloqué en français. Une seconde.
So yeah, Red. Scusi, Bobby?
That's Italian, not French.
That's a Tiffany, you slightly racist asshole.
No,
I'm Italian too. What? That's why I can do it.
That's why I said it, because Red was here.
I'm Italian, so.
Oh, Lord.
He's not exactly human.
I wanted to do that when Red was here, so I got the opportunity, and it just occurred to me to do it.
That's fair enough. Also, my translator is fixed now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They weren't human.
I am speaking of the English, yes?
No.
But business beckons.
Just killed the Pope. Like, where are you going? Dude, I just killed the Pope. What do you think I'm going? Where do you think I'm going?
I'm out of here, man. My job's done.
I just killed the Pope. I'm going to Disneyland.
I'm getting food, man.
No. He's not going to Disneyland. He's going to Euro Disneyland.
Also, if you do notice, the Pope is of his father. The statue is his dad.
Yep.
I'm gonna get some food. You want anything? Fine. Fuck you. You get nothing.
I was gonna offer you some McDonald's, but fuck you. You get
Fuck you,
Wendy's.
you get my Pope.
Fuck you. You get Arby's.
No,
you get Arby's instead.
No, there's something worse than Arby's.
Long John Silver's.
Think of it. Yeah.
Long John Silver's. Not only is it out of business.
John's.
Okay, but Long John Silver's actually held the record for most unhealthy fast food meal in terms of like fat content and calorie count.
That's disgusting.
Till McDonald's said, "Hold my beer."
They get McDonald's has been left outside.
Or no,
for 4
KFC.
days.
KFC's the one that said, "Hold my beer."
Thanks.
Okay, now
Never
this is really
forget
driving
that
me crazy.
KFC did a location test of selling like packets of just the chicken skin.
And there she is, the red
Real
queen.
weapon.
The little subtle flirting from Kyrie there when she hands him the case with his sword in. When she's like, she yearns for your touch.
Yeah, you say a lot. DMC does a lot of things right. Romance, not really.
That's what the witnesses said.
Okay, this is driving me crazy. I know I had that thing for you, Ari, and I swear I could have sworn I sent it off to you.
Well, I don't have it.
That's weird, because it's driving me crazy now.
In USPS or whatever.
No, I think the problem was that when I sent a lot of stuff to Ari,
You must capture him.
I put it somewhere, but then I don't know where the hell that is. It's not in my pile of pieces of art that I had intended to frame, so I'm trying to see like where the hell could I have put it.
She got the Megatron lips.
Well, it was in the.
Yes,
if I
Harvey.
even remember.
Alright, we've established this was in the box, but the box is no longer with us, though. I emptied that box and then dismantled it. So that's the point. I know it was in the box. I know you handed it off to me. So it's with me somewhere. I just don't know where.
Look for it. look for it later instead of stressing yourself out about it now.
Sorry,
Let's just
Ari,
focus on the game.
Yeah, that's just how I am.
Because an innocent person was just murdered.
I get you. I do the same thing. That's why I'm trying to help you control it.
Yeah. There's one last place I can check. I'm going to check real quick. If I don't find it, I'll look later.
This is also the first time we've seen, like, innocent bystanders in Devil May Cry when you think about it.
That is also true. Yeah, it is. Every other place was abandoned or everyone was pretty much dead already.
What is the name of Robotnik's assistant from Frontiers?
Sage?
Sage?
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course, there's a kid involved.
Voices. Thank Christ for Nero.
No,
Or
thanks.
technically, thanks Sparta.
Yeah, thanks Sparta. This is a Spartaist religion.
This is a Sparta religion.
When you think about it, this is given that Sparta is like, you know, he's not the devil, but everyone refers to him as like interchangeably as like either the devil or one of the strongest devils. When you think about it, isn't this sort of like a demonic, like a satanic religion masquerading as Catholicism?
It'd be more Mundus if they want to do that.
Yeah, but let's be honest, this series forgot about Mundus after Devil May Cry 1, not counting supplementary material, where the most they do with his whole, like, I will someday return, is saying, like, oh, he was working behind the scenes to send more monsters after Dante. And not counting the reboot, of course.
I barely use the exceed function in this.
I barely use the exceed function in this game, too, because the timing is so strict.
Sweet.
But I use exceed a lot more.
There's a moment in this game where it's funny. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's the game room.
Yeah.
It's just really stupid.
But I use exceed a lot more in Devil May Cry 5 because the timing's nowhere near as strict.
I would get speed just so you can like.
Yeah, speed and what else can I get right now? I could get streak.
Combos? Your streak is good.
Well, that's all. I'm talking about why I can't afford. I can't afford any of the combos right now.
You maybe what's combo B? That's the slamming one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, you have to buy his combos, unlike Dante.
Where you level up the weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I can't, for whatever reason, Ari, if I can't ever find that damn autograph, I'll just make a point to replace it for you.
Okay.
And make sure it gets off to you.
Fair enough.
And just be on the safe side, I'll check some of my shit just to make sure it did actually.
Okay.
Then again, you know, here's the thing, Furred. I remember distinctly that you did hand it off to me. So that you're clear on that.
Guys, get up.
What?
Get off this.
I'm
Focus on the video game, please.
Yeah.
I'm trying to end this.
Then quit bringing it up, Furred.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that Furred started bringing it up, but again, it's fine. I'm ending. I'm not going any further.
A combo that's the aerial combo that's good in this game is like it's where you do 2-2 and then the last one.
Yeah, roulette, I think it's called.
Roulette, that's what it is. Yeah, roulette's a solid one.
Yeah.
Especially when you combo it with the grab, like
the
snatch.
Yeah, like, one of the things that's weird about Devil May Cry 4 in particular is the whole Proud Souls thing, where it's the only game in the series, not counting the reboot, where you don't buy abilities with red orbs. They have a whole separate currency for them that you only earn either through, like, dying and retrying the level, or through completing levels.
Also, it's weird that the inverted controls for left and right, not left and up and down are inverted for me.
Yeah.
So like I switched that right as I could.
Yeah, but thankfully you don't have to look up and down too much, due to this game still using not entirely fixed camera angles, but it's not like Devil May Cry 5 where everything is like freely explorable in terms of moving the camera. Also, I mentioned this a couple times.
5 where it's a fixed camera.
Yeah, I mentioned this a couple times before, but the orbs in this game look candy-like. Like, they look like jelly beans.
They really
Evil jelly beans.
Evil.
Evil if they help you.
Well, I mean, they're made of crystallized demon blood.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least the red orbs are.
No, I just turned some.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Nero will insult you in a way where it's like, will piss you off. Dante will insult you in a way where it's like, it'll make you rethink your life.
Yeah. Like, that, I love that, like, a lot of people apparently didn't like Nero in this game, and I'm like, as someone that got into the series late,
I got into the series with 5.
like, I'm someone who got into the series, starting, like, I had played Devil May Cry 3 when I was in middle school, because I borrowed it from a friend of mine who had just gotten a PS2, and had gotten a bunch of games at GameStop, but I didn't, like, actively go through the series until around, like, 2018? So basically, like, that weird period after DMC Devil May Cry flopped, but like right when we had just gotten Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, and there was no sign of a Devil May Cry 5 yet.
Until Daniel Southworth let it loose at a Power Morphicon, which was really funny.
Yeah, because he didn't know he wasn't supposed to say that.
He didn't know, and Ruben is just like, no. Daniel Southworth is just like, we could say that, right? Ruben's just like, no. He just calmly looks at him. No. No. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Ari. I was mainly just trying to finish a conversation between Ferd and I. Just realized, like,
It's fine.
Shit, we're still on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, that's a cool redesign for Holy Water. I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
If it's not Holy Water, then what is it?
It is, like, it's one of the, yeah, it gives you an ability called Snatch. Nero, instead of getting new weapons, gets new powers.
He gets his powers for his devil arm, yeah.
That actually reminds me, I need to start actually putting money aside so that I can afford these autographs for you guys.
Yeah, this is called Evil Legacy. It gives you the ability Snatch and Grim Grip, or Hellbound, whichever it's called.
I was just gonna ask, was the other ability grab? Because it was like snatch and grab.
Well, Snatch is your grab move.
Yeah.
Hellbound is your Hellbound is your grappling hook move.
Yeah. Which you get with Snatch.
I should have said smash and grab, but yeah.
Smash.
I mean, I'd smash a few Devil May Cry characters.
Oh, damn.
More than a few.
Yeah.
Get the thing.
Considering what you are, yes, you would.
Finally, you got it. Damn, that was rough. Angle.
Yeah, the camera angle's a little weird on that.
At this point, what characters aren't I going to smash?
Arkham.
There's probably one in this game where it's like, it's gonna top the list.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't smash Arkham from Devil May Cry 3.
Hell no.
I meant female, yeah. Fuck.
You didn't specify that, you said which character.
That's true.
He didn't say that.
I was gonna jokingly say Jester.
Which is still Arkham.
Yeah, that's still Arkham.
But it's a different form.
Oh, the second secret mission bothered the hell out of me.
So many of the secret missions in this game are just bullshit, so I don't really bother with them.
Yeah, I did this one and the second one, and that's the only one I'm like, okay, this.
There's a couple that there's a couple that I do in Devil May Cry 4, but most of them I don't even bother with.
To be fair, I'm one of probably only 3 people in the whole world that waifu Emberlyn from Hell of a Boss. So
No. You are definitely not one of only 3.
it's a running joke in the fandom.
Okay.
Like nobody cares. Nobody likes Emberlyn.
You even know who the hell Emberlyn is?
No, I don't.
She's from Hell of a Boss, from one of the shorts.
Oh, Emberlyn. I thought you said Emberland.
Oh, no, Emberlyn.
What the fuck is this? This is a child. She's wearing kitty knee-high socks. No.
You talking about Emberlyn from Hell of a Boss? She's in her late 20s.
Yeah,
She looks like a child.
I know, she dresses like a child, but she is actually an adult.
Okay. Whatever you say.
That one's just down. That one's just down to the art style. It's not like a Miss Kobayashi
20s. Yeah.
It's not like a Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid thing where it's like, you got the people that are looting the dragon loli because technically she's thousands of years old. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah. How old is she by dragon?
Kindergarten.
How old it? I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about but she's still like a toddler by dragon standards. So
by dragon standards, yeah.
But trust me, dude, if you watch the short she's in, she ain't no kid.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
All right. It's just the way I looked at it. I was a little shocked there.
she's not a kid. She's not a kid. She's just a short stack.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Snatch is good for aerial combos with Nero.
Let Fern speak.
Literally, one of the first lines she speaks is she asks if Blitzo's there to take her away and make her his sex slave. And he stands there, goes, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, oh, you're one of those." She looks around her room and sees all the like demon worshipping sex toys and shit.
Okay, I was wrong. My fault.
Yeah, the whole thing was that Blitz was actually there to kill her.
And isn't she, like, as someone who's never seen Hell of a Boss or Has Been Hotel, isn't she supposed to be sort of like, sort of a joke about the fandom?
Yes, specifically on everyone who looted Alistair.
Oh yeah, he's a cannibal. Why would you find that attractive?
Is it cannibalism if you're eating humans, but you're not a human yourself? I say this as a half vampire.
Yes.
I mean,
even if it's something you were once before, yes.
No. I was born half vampire. I wasn't turned into a half vampire.
I'm talking about Alistair's case.
Oh, I again haven't watched Hell of a Boss or Has Been Hotel.
Yeah. Right.
It's also never actually been confirmed if he's actually a cannibal or not.
It's heavily implied, though.
He's definitely implied to be a cannibal because he has the whole Wendigo vibe going on.
Yeah.
Even though Wendigos in actual legend don't really have antlers, but...
Yeah. True.
You're not gonna get the big red orb thing?
I'm killing these guys first.
Alright, fair enough.
And then I go back and get the big red orb and the blue orb fragment that's up here.
Yeah, there's a blue orb up there, yes.
But yes, Emberlyn and Luna are both Emberlyn, Luna, and Sally Mae are my 3 main waifus from that show.
Alright, Luna, I get. What's Moxie's wife's name? I like her.
Millie.
Oh, Millie, yeah.
Millie. I like the southern. I like the southern bells.
That's part of why I like Sally Mae. Is that heavy southern accent?
Yeah, Sally Mae is Millie's sister.
Then you're going. Then Furret is going to like
need to be
It's not implied. She is.
Yeah. Okay. She is. All right.
Yeah.
But
I just wanted to make sure. we're on the same boat here.
If Furret likes pretty women with southern accents, he's going to like Nico.
Oh yeah, he's gonna love Nico. Unless he doesn't like people with tattoos, which I...
Well, she's less Southern Belle and more trucker.
She's trucker.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't mind tattoos that much. I mean,
They don't love
really
Nico.
depends. Just really depends on the context of said tattoos and shit.
Basically, like,
You can say the modelers definitely had attention to detail because they knew the people who play the game.
Yep. But like there's a bit of her tattoo design that I really like, partly because I just like, you know, body art like that, but also because it's like she's got twin pistol tattoos that like they're around her thighs, but like the barrels go down into her pants. So it's like how far it's leaving you imagining how far down do they go.
Yeah, to answer, yes.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Giggity.
Yeah, actually giggity in this situation.
Yes.
But funnily enough, back on what we were talking about, Sally Mae actually happens to be, thus far as I'm aware, the only transgender character in anything I've ever actually had a huge attraction to.
All right. Hey.
And good for you, Farah. Good for you.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. You like what you like.
I will genuinely admit I have a crush on her voice actress too, Morgana Ingus. She's gorgeous. And she is also openly trans.
Oh yeah, I also Armin's voice actress recently came out as trans.
Yeah.
Voice actress.
Yeah, Jesse James Greel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Who I, surprisingly enough, fan casted as the voice of Malcolmus Prime in my fan casting of the 13.
Fits.
They're also the fuck is his name? The bird dude, Tomoyaki from My Hero Academia.
She's also the demon god Demigra from Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Yep. And the main protagonist of I will never get
Quintessential
this
quintuplets.
right. Yep, the main protagonist from that.
And she's a popular VTuber called Mimcubus.
Yes.
Anyway, this is my favorite scene with Nero in this game.
It's a great scene.
Okay.
Can I say another person Nico's related to?
Hold on.
Wait. There we go. Just explodes.
And
It must have something.
And then it works. And then it works.
Sure, why not?
It's the most Devil May Cry logic, and I love it.
Let's be fair. This is just the Devil May Cry version of like Fonzie smacking something and making it work.
Yeah, it's. I mean, in 3, Dante smashes a jukebox and it starts working.
Yeah.
When in doubt, punch it. If that doesn't work, shoot it. If that doesn't work, shoot it again.
Nero did technically shoot it twice.
Yeah, there's 2 bullet holes in it because he fires 2 bullets at once with each trigger pull.
Well, for it, if shooting it twice doesn't work, then what?
Grenades?
Yell at it. Grenades.
I mean, smack it until it works, haven't you?
Work, RPG.
Smack it until it works. You know, haven't you heard of percussive maintenance?
Yeah, I mean, I used to do that with my old laptop because it wouldn't.
Yeah, that's how you broke it.
It was already breaking down. It just needed to replace it eventually.
Oh yeah, did you know you could dropkick as Nero?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's during speed, and you do like the taunt on the left. You could dropkick.
Oh my god, you can!
Yeah, you can dropkick.
I didn't know that because I never used the taunt in any Devil May Cry game.
It's only when you use speed that you can actually dropkick.
Yeah, but like nothing ever possesses me to press the taunt button in Devil May Cry.
Yeah. Also, can I say the other person Nico's related to?
Well, they're not gonna know who that is.
Yeah, but it's like.
But yeah, you can.
Well, even know who Nico is.
Yeah,
you'll know her because she's pretty much in.
You'll know her in
Devil May Cry 5.
You'll know her when we get to Devil May Cry 5. We're hyping her up for you.
Yeah.
She's related to the woman who built Ebony and Ivory.
Dante's pistols.
Yes.
The legendary gunsmith Nell Goldstein.
No Goldstein.
Guys, it can only get so big.
She's also related to someone else in this game.
Yes.
And you're gonna hate him.
I voiced that character in an upcoming, sort of in development hell, but still being worked on sporadically, Devil May Cry 4 improv fan dub inspired by Snapcube.
Oh, I want to be a part of one of those so badly.
Yeah, like next time Nade puts out a casting call for one of those, I'll inform you of it.
Please.
That reminds me, I still need to put in an audition for that dog show that Kier posted.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, not like a literal dog show, but a show featuring dog characters.
Yeah.
There you go.
Without context, ladies and gentlemen, there is an animated cartoon about dogs that our friend Kier posted an audition thing for that I keep forgetting to actually put an audition in for it.
Oh, fire! What are you waiting for? Go do it.
Well, to be fair, I'm also still waiting to hear back on whether or not I'm going to be part of the cast of Gaslight District. So,
You almost got a blue orb.
I never told you about that, did I, Ari?
Nope.
I
You technically have enough for one more.
I auditioned for a show on YouTube by Gooseworks called Gaslight District.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I'm still waiting to hear back if I'm going to be part of the cast.
Digital Circus?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, time for our first boss.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you who sponsored my audition, though, did I?
Let me guess.
I know I ain't told JKR. Richard Horvitz.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Ooh.
So here's hoping.
I love how the weapons you get as Dante for beating these bosses have nothing to do with the bosses.
Yeah, that's a result of the game's rush development. He was supposed to have his own unique levels and own unique bosses, but they ran out of time, so it was just, fuck it, we'll have him finish off each of these guys, and then he gets, you know, the devil arms that were supposed that they already had in the game, but couldn't design unique boss fights for.
Yeah, I actually love how it was like when Furret said, "Here's hoping," he pops out of the he breaks out of the wall.
It's like I've got this weird freaky timing with shit I don't need to have timing for.
His face kind of looks like the guy from Kung Fu Panda 3.
You mean Jack Black?
Doesn't it? No.
Yeah.
No, not the villain of the one voiced by J.K. Simmons.
I've never seen any of the Kung Fu Panda movies.
You're talking about the Minotaur? You're talking about the Minotaur from that?
Yeah, the Minotaur guy.
Well, technically he's a buffalo, but yeah.
Potato.
Yeah.
Potato, tomato.
My favorite Kung Fu Panda villain so far is the Peacock,
Oh yeah, the Peacock's the best.
voiced by Gary Oldman.
That thing kind of looks like something from Legend of Zelda: Breath of the
Yeah, it looks like it looks like one of the Lionels. Which Lionels didn't debut in Breath of the Wild. They were in the original Legend of Zelda for the NES, and then just kind of fucked off for.
JK,
like,
funny you say that. I just watched the dead meat kill count on that game. Of the GIF you sent me of the Wendigo of Until Dawn.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what the hell are you talking about, Red? I didn't say anything.
No, you sent it to me, and I was just like, oh, I gotta say something.
Yeah, I heard you say. I misheard what you said, so I was like, wait, what?
Does anyone watch Dead Meat here, or is it just me?
I've watched some stuff from Papa Meat, but not like the actual Dead Meat channel.
Okay, yeah. I say if you're a fan of horror movies, give them a shot. They're great people.
No, Papa Meat is Meat Canyon, not Dead Meat.
Yeah, Dead Meat is James A. Janice.
Yeah, I know what Dead Meat is. It's just I've never like actually watched any of it.
They've recently done video games. Like the first one was Resident Evil.
There's a
He did a Resident Evil video. What?
have you ever
Yeah, the Resident Evil one. It was by Zoran.
does anyone
He
here
does a lot of puns. So if you like puns, you like those videos.
does anyone here watch Wang?
I think I've watched a few of his videos.
He has
With, like the really long hair
yeah, and the
like,
very
the
thick New York accent.
and the tattoo sleeves.
Yeah.
I think I
does a lot of stuff about
like, the
does a lot of
swamps
stuff
Dagobah.
about like early internet mysteries and
Yep.
internet memes. But
I'll be right back. So we're screaming in pain.
okay.
I've heard him talking about like the swamps of Dagobah.
Yeah, but
If for those who don't know,
yeah. Good. But I asked that because he has a series that he does very occasionally that's kind of similar to Dead Meat's kill count, where it's called Oops All Kills.
oh yeah,
Where it's like he looks at different obscure, shitty horror movies. He goes over kind of a plot synopsis, and he also analyzes each kill and reviews it.
All right, I'm
yeah.
back.
WHANG, right?
Everything okay for it?
WHANG, yes. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot there was a rumor that the original Red Power Ranger went into.
Let him speak.
I don't know what was going on. Sawyer was just suddenly hollering like he was in pain, but like as soon as I came over to him, he was fine.
Maybe he just wanted attention.
He's never done that like that before, though.
I don't know.
Like my cat's done that.
He doesn't seem like he's hurt though. Like I'm holding him right now.
Hi, Sawyer.
This Sawyer is a
Cat.
Oh yeah, my cat's done that.
Yeah, but Sawyer is like the old man, so
Yeah, my cat's an old. I have my cat's an old man. He does that.
yeah. It's just like he's never done that in the time that we've known. Sawyer,
yeah, that's
so.
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Also, sorry about not letting them talk. I just got excited easy.
Yeah.
It happens. So many people with so many people on a call. Everyone
Yeah.
gets excited talking about something different.
Yeah. Oop.
And
he's
Miles
gone.
left.
And he's back.
That was weird. I got kicked out all of a sudden.
Are you sure you didn't just disconnect?
Because I was gonna say it's because you question the power of Discord.
I
do
didn't
you want
just
one of the
disconnect,
brown
which is
combos?
Very weird.
You questioned the Discord gods and they got angry.
He didn't though. That's the thing.
So what about one of the ground
Like,
combos
I just-
for Red Queen?
On one
I already
thing,
got one.
And then
Didn't I? No, I
like
could have sworn I bought one of them.
That's a good one. Combo C is good.
I could have sworn I bought that.
I'm gonna test something, guys. Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right. 1,
Well,
Two,
I haven't
two,
left.
three.
4.
Four.
Okay, so
Five.
what happened there?
Christ.
5.
All right, guys, I'm good. I'm good. I clicked on a
Six.
page and then I got kicked. I don't know what happened that time, but I'm here. So
7.
I thought you were kilometers above.
Yeah, you're not good. You're kilometers above.
What's the matter, Red? These puns drive you nuts.
There are some puns where I just exhale nasally, or just growl.
I call those words I speak.
I'd say we're putting Red through a particularly cruel and unusual punishment.
That one I liked. That one I liked.
You might say the joke slowly on him.
Nah. See, here's the thing. Yeah, a pun is never fully appreciated.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Until
go
it's
back.
fully grown.
There's a orb cluster there. There is. What were you gonna say, JK? Sorry.
I said, a pun is never truly appreciated until it's full grown.
That's true.
I mean, you could also do what I do and just rapid fire off like 10 puns at once and see how many land. Although every time I've tried that, no pun intended.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Hold on. I got the perfect response for that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, actually.
Boo! You stink!
He was right. That was the perfect. I think
Your
you can
joke
only get that
was
orb when
bad
you're
and you
done.
should feel bad.
No, you can get that orb as Nero. It's just a little fucky to do it because the camera's weird here. Like you can't see like it's a weird positioning because you can't really judge where in 3D space that orb is from that angle. Because like the orbs don't have drop shadows.
A little bit to the right, I say. A little bit left. I say by that middle post.
There we go. See, told you can get it.
Baby.
Just making sure there's nothing breakable around there. Because this game, like, Devil May Cry 5 showers you in gold orbs. This game is all about the red orbs.
Yes, it is.
It's all about the red orbs, baby. I promise never to do that again.
Good.
I would appreciate it if you didn't, because I'm pretty sure that's a Diddy song.
Please don't.
I mean, I was going off the Weird Al version, but okay.
Yeah, but which itself is a parody of a Diddy song.
Diddy. Did he do it? I definitely think Diddy did.
And then the first way I heard that, any version of that tune, was not even through Weird Al. It was through a parody that The Lonely Island did called It's All About the Hamiltons.
Oh, you almost had it. Lonely Island, man. Are they even still around? Because they
are. They
time.
are. They're just, Andy Samberg's pursuing a professional acting career. So he has less time for Lonely Island.
Island man, Lonely Island man.
Secret Asian man. Secret Asian man.
Oh, we better stop before we accidentally get.
I've said it's not even about DMCA, and that for that one in particular, don't cancel me, cancel Red.
It's just I got that from BuzzFeed, all right?
Yeah, okay, in that case, cancel BuzzFeed.
Yes.
Yes, cancel.
Yeah, there it is.
Cancel BuzzFeed like 10 years ago, so they don't have a chance to make that god awful Dear David movie.
Oh god, yeah.
That even what's his name, Adam Ellis, wanted no part in and disowned.
And so Ned Fulmer doesn't have a platform.
Anyway, I like the Lonely Island song where they were trying to sing a love song with Michael Bolton, and he kept trying to sing about Jack Sparrow.
I like the one that's about them being on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah, I'm on a boat.
Yeah, I also like the one that's about how he threw it on the ground. He ain't a part of your system, man.
I said, Lonely Island, man, they're fucking geniuses the world doesn't deserve.
We're gonna see for its possible new G's.
Not in this scene.
Not in this scene, but the next scene.
Yeah, in this level, we're going to see the next character you're not going to be okay for.
Definitely not.
I'm not okay for her, to the point where in my original Devil May Cry 4 review, which is unlisted now, but if you have the link, you can still view it.
Person.
Look, I only have so much room on the shirt, guys.
Luckily, her name is pretty short.
Yes, it's short. It is a short name.
Yeah, but there's always variations.
Yeah, you can always do different variants of the shirt with different different waifus on it.
To be fair, I think the
These
first
guys are weak to snatch, by the way. Like when you're in the air, they are weak to snatch.
Yeah, they're weak to snatch in general. Most things in this game are weak to snatch.
Snatch is busted.
for it. To be fair, I feel like if we ever were to do a panel at anything, the first shirt I would actually wear for said panel would be one that says, "Please allow us to fuck off."
Keep in mind, convention centers probably wouldn't let you wear that during daytime hours.
With the F off censored. With the F off censored.
Yeah.
Of course.
I would
like just put a strip of electrical tape over it.
Yeah, for me, if I wasn't, wearing a specific cosplay or dressing up as my model, which I've thought about doing, it's just the jacket I was looking at getting for it is no longer in stock.
You would also start looking better in it because of your weight loss.
Yeah. But thank you. But I would.
I was about to say, I don't know if I offended you or something. I'm like, I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate that. But I would also, like, if I wasn't wearing a cosplay or dressing up as my model, I would try to track down another. I used to have this shirt, but I don't anymore. It was a Flork of Cows shirt that had, like, one of his sock puppet characters playing an acoustic guitar, and it says, "Stop watching anime and get a job."
Also, JKR, if I do somehow convince my mom to come to TFCon with me because I'm not really good at traveling by myself, in Chicago, if I do go, I might do like a human Rodimus thing if I can do that. If I can actually commit to doing that.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Right now, things are kind of still up in the air for my cosplay, but if by chance, because I heard Charlie Adler was going to make an appearance, if Jim Cummings comes as well, then I'm definitely going to be wearing the Eggman of Chicagoland outfit. Just because.
Having seen pictures of it, I would love to see that in person.
Yeah, I can do it. If you want to see it in person, I can just do it, regardless.
No. I'd rather have it come naturally.
As long as you do a cosplay of Megatron in some fashion.
Are you waiting for our full? Are you waiting for our full undivided attention, Ari?
Yes, because we're about to see the scene.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes.
No talking.
Just take it all in.
Yep, that's a mighty sexy church.
No, we know Nero does.
Thoughts, comments, concerns?
Well, that's going to do it for me tonight, gentlemen.
Permits me to introduce
Gloria.
Gloria.
From the order? I've never seen you.
Bert, make a new spot on the shirt.
I'm not gonna lie. I straight up thought he was gonna say, "Well, I gotta change my pants."
No, that's not Furret. I know Furret. He wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I would have done that joke.
I do try to keep it PG. PG-13.
He tries. Not very hard, but he tries. I'm kidding, Furret. I kid.
Like right here, he is checking her out and trying to be subtle about it.
Then I'll leave that short.
Here's the thing: she knows it too, but she doesn't care.
Yeah.
Lady, are you wearing any underwear?
No, she is not.
Anyway.
No, she is not. She's au natural.
Also, that's not Lady. That's Gloria.
That's Gloria.
Yeah, lady's someone else entirely.
Yeah. Lady sure as hell don't look like that.
Well. Anyway.
I love being right.
What we were talking about before, right? So you're going to on to Red Wing?
Possibly, I don't know.
Okay, well, if you do, I'm probably going as well. I am working on a cosplay of a humanized Shockwave.
I'm sorry. I'm still on. What were we talking about again? I'm still there. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I'm probably like 99% sure I'm not going to TFCon this year because just funds are really tight this year.
Yeah.
And also, I have to get a new ID before I can even, like, fly.
Yeah, that real
I'm
ID
gonna
thing.
fly after the recent shit going on. Hell no, I'm driving.
Well, I mean, we're both on the East Coast, but you're
more
still...
for you than it
We're
is
both
for me.
on the East Coast, but it would be further for me than it would be for you.
It'd be way further for you. It's better for me.
It's like I looked it up once, it was like a 14-hour drive with no stops.
Yeah, Ari, I couldn't see myself doing something like that. I can't, and I know you, again, no offense, Ari, but I know you, Ari. You and I are pretty much the same in this regard. Neither one of us can really do a long drive like that for.
I can do long drives occasionally, but I have my limits. Like I've done.
Like you and
I have driven like multiple times from like different parts of North Carolina up to Hampton Roads, Virginia for NecoCon.
That's fair.
But even then, that's like depending on where I was living at the time, around like 3 to 4 hours. That's about my limit.
I just remember the angler frog in this game. God, that fucker's annoying.
Yeah, Bale.
Because he
Yeah,
keeps
it's like a 13-hour-ish drive for me.
Yeah, it's the same for me.
Yeah, but what's going on is that Furret has been trying to convince me, and I want to do this a humanized Megatron costume. The problem is I've just been like busy with other things that I haven't had the time to commit to that. So if I am able to do it for it, I will. But no promises, because tight funds and also like gonna be busy with school in the next couple of weeks because I have another semester about to start. I'm taking a summer class.
I was about to say another semester starting already, but summer class, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm taking a summer class. Yeah, because basically what's going on is I can really only do 2 classes at a time, and if I didn't take the summer course, I'd end up taking like 3 classes in the fall, and it's not something I really want to do with my overall scheduling and everything. Like, I can't handle that much workload. I can handle 2 classes just fine. I barely was able to handle 3 the first time.
Yeah, that's the same way I am, which is why I really without I love to slander my stepmom at every chance I get. She's always like, "Oh, you're so smart. Why don't you go full time?" And I'm like, "Cuz I can't fucking handle full time." I was about to say her name, but you know what? Just because that's totally who she is, I'm just going to call her Karen.
Yeah, whatever works, man.
I don't want to dox the names of my family members on stream.
Yeah, I mean, you may not like them, but it's still nice to not dox them.
Yeah.
You're better than that, Ari. You're better than that.
Oh, that was good. You got 3 of them there.
Yeah.
That was satisfying.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Because the least favorite part of this game. The fucking spike ceiling. Ugh.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
This whole
I
castle
swear,
part
allergies are
of
driving me
Nero's
crazy.
playthrough does go on a little bit longer than it needs to, because it lasts
I
across
also thought about-
like 3 or 4 levels.
I also thought about like fucking with JKR and coming up with like
It's better in
coming up
five.
with a wiki. Coming up with a wiki cosplay.
Spike Witwicky, Sam Witwicky, or
Buster
Spark plug.
or Buster.
Spark,
Or
was it the
Spark Plug.
Plug or whatever the kid was from the original Transformers.
that's Spike.
Spike, yeah.
Or Daniel.
I was gonna say
Yeah, but Daniel.
There's a lot of
no one like
Witwickies, and
Daniel.
that depends on whether you count Anthony Hopkins' character as a Witwicky.
No.
Yeah, no.
Anthony
Fuck that.
Hopkins gave less of a shit in that movie than he did in the Wolfman remake.
And apparently he still had fun working on it, because it was just like a complete turn your brain off experience.
Wait, Anthony Hopkins was in a.
He was in Last Night.
Last night.
He was in Last Night.
Yeah, he was with the Witwicky in that, right?
Yeah, not Witwicky,
Yeah.
Witwicken.
Witwicky.
Which is such a fake ass name.
Pretty much.
Well, if we're being honest, that entire scene was literally written as an excuse to not get Shia LaBeouf to come back.
Yeah, to confirm that he is dead.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Dude.
and that he will never be back in any movie. That was literally the point of that whole fucking scene was, hey, he ain't coming back. Don't ever ask us again.
I don't think anyone was asking for him to come back.
The variations of the grab in this game with different enemies. I do like that animation.
Yeah, it's a thing that, like, in Devil May Cry 5, because of Nero losing his arm and, like, outside of getting the Buster.
Spoilers.
Yeah, well, you see it as early as the opening level is that he's
True,
missing
but-
an arm.
I don't know how he loses it though.
I didn't say how.
That's true.
I didn't know he lost it, so spoilers. I'm just kidding.
It was also heavily played up in the announcement trailer for Devil May Cry 5.
That is also true. Yes, it was.
Yeah, but first didn't see the announcement
I
trailer.
was gonna say, bold of you to assume I saw the trailer.
Look, it's not my fault
Also,
that you
guys,
didn't see. It's not my fault that you didn't see like the one time Capcom had something good to announce at an American
Focus on
trade
landing
show.
on top of that because you can do that.
Yeah.
I'll be RB, guys. I just got a package delivered, so I gotta go get that now. Fuck.
Don't fuck the package.
Yeah, don't fuck the package, man.
Why are you
Damn.
going to do that, dude? Let for packets.
What is the package? Fuck, that raises even more questions.
Lord,
So much question.
Lord Pegatron strikes again. Your lucky Shadow Dragon left a few hours ago.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. Ow.
And
There's a bunch of shadow dragons in the chat still.
Ow.
We're gonna clip that. Clip it.
Fuck. No, it's not that, guys. I literally just hurt myself. Ow.
Oh,
sorry.
You okay?
Oh.
you
Yeah, I
live?
scratched. I'll be fine. It's just this is an annoying thing. I've got. This is what bugs me. I don't even know how the hell this happened. But when I was a teenager, I started like having a lot of acne develop underneath my hair. So I was scratching the back of my hair and the back of my head where like there's still hair, and apparently scratched one of the zits that's underneath my scalp, or like underneath my hairline. Yeah. So it was stinging for a moment.
Do you need to see a
But
doctor?
I will be our.
Do you require medical assistance?
I am a doctor.
Not that kind of doctor.
Have
You're not
fun with your
medical.
package.
You're not a medical doctor. You're a doctor. You're like Zoidberg. You're a doctorate in art history.
I forgot about that. I haven't watched the show in a while.
That was
Nice.
a obscure fucking
Except
joke.
for humans.
I swear, if it's not one thing, it's a fucking another. I just happen to look towards my right as I'm about to stand up, and I see one of my light bulbs apparently is starting to burn out, so I gotta replace that too.
Wait.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Ugh. And it's a pain in the ass because I gotta bring a ladder in here.
Or
Anyway.
you could like not and wait till later.
No, I'm not saying I'll do it.
I think you ran past the door.
I was
didn't
making
say I
sure
was
there
gonna
was
do it
nothing
right
back
now,
there.
Bert.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I heard you, JKR. Go get your
Yeah.
package.
Go get your package, just don't fuck it.
I was gonna say you and the package have a nice time, but never mind. Okay, guys, he's gone. We can talk about him now.
Okay, that's a fear of mine, and I don't want to even make jokes about that.
Fucking packages?
No, man.
Package do to you? That could be taken out of context.
Yeah, just like the fucking when we were watching and like the ad gun,
Yeah, the Geico gun.
the Geico gun, the guy gun.
Guy gun, that's just a Godzilla monster.
Oh yeah, that guy gun. Yeah, duh.
One of these years we'll actually get Gigan in one of the remake movies.
Yeah, that's the rumor going around with the new ones being called Supernova. People are in that Destroyer or Space Godzilla. That's what people are saying.
The one I heard was that it's going to be Biolanetta.
Biollante?
Introduced.
Dante.
Yeah, Biollante. And they've already introduced the girl that's going to become Biollante.
Okay, all right. That would be dark especially after Godzilla X Kong.
I haven't
dark
seen
one top
any of
down.
them past Skull Island.
I'm going to say this. Well, first of all, Godzilla and Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla King of the Monsters were all actually really good. The recent one was trash.
It was all right. I had fun with it, which is what I'm going for Godzilla movies. Like, I'm not going for for American Godzilla movies. I'm not going for like deep introspective about like nuclear war. If I want that, I'm going to watch a Japanese Godzilla.
And even then, only the first one.
Only the first one and Shin and the new one.
Yeah.
Minus one.
The only thing I really enjoyed about it was the general guy that was talking shit the entire beginning of the movie and telling like them that they don't understand what it takes to survive and all that shit. And then he gets his ass eaten by a plant 5 minutes later.
Oh yeah.
That was funny as fuck. But the rest of the movie was just kind of trash. Like, I didn't care about the bad guy. I didn't care about King Kong's story of all fucking things. And it honestly felt like they should have renamed the movie King Kong New Empire featuring Godzilla.
Though the zero gravity fight was a lot of fun.
That was fun. I will admit that fight was fun.
Especially since like the second it goes zero gravity, Godzilla just whoops ass. Because like he's basically just swimming.
Welcome back.
Welcome
It
back.
also did a cliche in movies that I can't stand, and that's where they destroy the pyramids. For whatever reason, anytime pyramids get destroyed in movies, it pisses me off.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And yes, that does include Sonic the Hedgehog, but I let that slide because the rest of that movie's actually really fucking good.
Yeah, these are more some of the annoying enemies in the game for me.
Yeah, because there's some of the only Devil May Cry enemies that can block.
Which is annoying.
But were you about to say something, JKR?
Oh no, I was just
He was just saying he was back.
yeah, I got the package and I'm back. I'm clearing my throat because it's really freaking screwed up with allergies.
Did you and the package have a good time? Did you at least take it out to dinner first?
Shut up, Ari.
Hey, you know what you signed up for when you joined my stream.
That's the way to talk in front of your new package.
I'm gonna kick your ass when you show up here.
I mean, I thought that was already set in stone a long time ago.
I'm gonna make sure to kick your ass this time.
You and what army?
A robot army?
Oh, yeah, pretty much the entire army of robots I have in this room with me at the moment.
No offense, but I think me and a baseball bat could take them.
That's not a good sign.
If you do that, I'll kill you.
In Minecraft.
In
Remember,
Minecraft.
you're not allowed to threaten. You're not allowed to even make joking death threats on Twitch.
You'll
Yeah.
Hatsune Miku me in Fortnite. Got it.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
I,
But yeah, there you go, Red.
I love that that's a fucking thing.
There was a recent interview with Johnny Young Bosch, and he's like he put all of his all into Nero. Like he was so proud of it, and then Ruben just said, "Yeah, they're not liking Dante," and like hearing that, I'm just like, I felt so bad for him. And I'm glad people are liking Nero now because of 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go, Red. I sent you the picture of what I just gotten.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what is it? Ooh.
I absolutely love that Hatsune. I absolutely love that Hatsune Miku you in Fortnite has actually become a thing.
I'm kidding.
That's one of my favorite things to say to people now.
That is funny. That is funny.
Well, it's even funnier when you realize that the people that are in charge of Hatsune Miku, she was supposed to be in the game about, I want to say 3-4 years ago, but they backed out saying they didn't like the idea of Hatsune Miku wielding guns.
Well, it looks like they changed their mind.
So they created the character of Linux Rose, who is my favorite character in Fortnite. I run her quite frequently. As a pretty much joke answer to the Hatsune Miku isn't allowed in Fortnite thing. And now Hatsune Miku's in Fortnite. Like years later, they're like, the people in charge of her were like, you know what, she's popular enough now, fuck it, go ahead.
But are you going to take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today? I love that Lil V did a metal version of that. I love that Little V did a metal version of that song completely unironically.
What song was it again?
Chug Jug With You.
Oh, the number one. Okay, the one I was thinking earlier. Okay, that's just really funny.
Okay, so what was it?
Little V is one of the greater cover artists on YouTube.
Yeah.
What was it you were saying, Red, earlier? Because
I was just making a joke about the figure you got.
Oh, I was like, wait. I wasn't sure if you were talking about the figure or something else, so that's why I was asking.
Talking about the figure because like they don't look great, man. I'm sorry, but like they're not for me.
They don't. I can admit they're not the greatest, but I like the engineering a little bit better than the Combiner Wars. Because
I'm not gonna knock you for getting them.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying it's like personally the reason I went for them was because I'm actually going for like the overall scale. I just feel like they're gonna scale a little bit better with the other combiners.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I don't like the fact that both Devastator and Predaking tower over the other combiners. That's just always bugged me.
Well, they have more members for the combination.
I know, but it was just like the fact is that I've seen a lot of episodes of G1, and like from what I remember, now granted, G1 was never exactly
G1 wasn't in scale with itself. That's my whole thing. That's my whole thing about like when people are like, oh, this is. Like, I'm not trying to knock anyone's taste in Transformers figures, but when they talk about, like, cartoon accuracy or size accuracy, I'm like, the cartoon wasn't accurate with itself from shot to shot, let alone scene to scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I think if I recall correctly, now I could easily be misremembering, but I think in Devastation, though, all the combiners were actually around the same height.
Devastator was the largest.
Devastator was the tallest, but like that does make sense for Devastator though.
Yeah. if he's slightly taller than the others, that's fine. I just don't like the fact that he was like towering over the others.
Yeah, towering I can understand having an issue with.
Yeah.
Like also Devastation's just it's a weird thing to use as a point of reference for the combiners in particular, because the combiners in that game were based off of the Combiner Wars designs.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. It's just
I'm not saying it's a wrong thing to use as a point of reference. It's just more so like it's got its own mishmash of aesthetics.
You
that's
don't need
weird.
it. I think that's just for like attacking.
Yeah, but like you've got, you know, a G1 styled Optimus Prime, and then you've got Combiner Wars Megatron. You've got the Combiner Wars Stunticons and the Combiner Wars Devastator. And then, like, everyone else in the Decepticons, apart from Megatron, is their standard G1, they're like evergreen G1 designs.
yeah. I mean,
I was about to say, did you mean to go back here?
Like I said, I don't like the castle part of this game because so much of it looks the same. And, it goes, like, it's one area stretched out across, like, 3-4 levels. Yeah. Not counting when you revisit it as Dante.
Yeah.
I said, JKR knows and understands this about me. I'm not 100% like one of the biggest Transformers fans in the world. Beast Wars was like the one show that I was obsessed with out of Transformers.
Which good one to be obsessed with.
Yeah.
Right. I honestly never, like, growing up, I never really watched the original G1 Transformers, and it was out, like, in my time, like, the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I never really, to this day, I still haven't really watched G1, apart from, like, a couple scattered episodes that I rented from Blockbuster back in the day, and the 86
I know
movie.
I'm the oldest. I know I'm the youngest here. Who's the oldest in this call?
For it.
Probably me.
Miles.
No, it's for it.
Yeah. Yeah, for it. Duh. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Furret's the eldest here. Furret's the old.
Yeah.
I was the only one. I was the only one born in the 2000s here. I think.
Yeah, but basically what I was saying was I grew up on it. I had like one G1 Transformer growing up, and that was a Starscream.
Not a bad one to have growing up. That's one of the better ones to have.
Which is part of why Starscream is like one of the only G1 characters I care about, other than like Shockwave and basically any of the Decepticons.
Which is fair, because he was one of the better characters in the actual cartoon.
Right.
Yeah, I will admit, I am a Megatron fanboy through and through. But I had to admit, G1 Megatron was an idiot. Starscream was actually more intelligent.
Yeah, Starscream was the most consistent in that show.
He was an 80s cartoon villain. He had to make stupid decisions because villains weren't allowed.
What's going?
He was basically Cobra Commander Starscream, but he was fun.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Oh, no, I remember where I was. Go ahead, Ari. You first.
I was going to say, like, G1 Megatron had to hold the idiot ball as a villain because he was an 80s cartoon villain, and they weren't allowed to have like complex, interesting villains that are in any way sympathetic or intentionally sympathetic or relatable, or have actual victories that mean anything.
Yeah.
So, what was weird about me was, and even to this day, I still have this level of intelligence. As a kid, I knew it was a commercial show. Like, the entire thing was made to be a commercial to sell toys.
Yes.
And that's part of why I didn't care for G.I. Joe either. And yet, completely ironically, knowing that, my obsession at the time was absolutely 100% Ninja Turtles. It was Ninja Turtles everything for me. Like, Ninja Turtles birthdays. I had almost every single toy that came out for Ninja Turtles.
A Ninja Turtles birthday, I'm going to say that. I'm just going to say you are not alone.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the OG Ninja Turtles, my dude.
Yeah, I know. I had the OG too.
I had a guy.
OG fan.
I had a guy dressed as the movie version of Donatello show up to one of my birthday parties.
Who,
I forgot who voiced him.
But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Donatello your favorite turtle?
Yes. Also, yeah, Donatello's my favorite turtle. To where I actually have a small Donatello collection right now, actually.
Did you know
Wow,
that
you're
Did
the
you
first
know-
person I met whose favorite is Donnie.
I love Donnie.
He's a nerd. What's
Yeah,
not
but
to love?
is he your favorite, Ari?
Yeah, he's my favorite. My favorite used to be Raphael because I was absolutely an edgy 12-year-old. But as I develop more of a personality beyond just liking edgy characters, which I still do, to be fair, I relayed more to Donatello.
He's more of an edgy character with a heart of
Yeah,
gold.
same, to be honest. But that said, a good part of that is, like, as I just said, everything was Ninja Turtles. Everything was Ninja Turtles, right? Here in August, there is a convention here where I live, where they have a small reunion, and I say small, of all 4 of the original Ninja Turtles voice actors.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Nice.
And the original voice of April.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
You bet your fucking ass I'm getting all 5's autograph on a copy of the original Ninja Turtles.
This
on DVD.
mission was annoying for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the original on DVD. I'll get a poster.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I am getting those fucking autographs. I don't care if I got to stand in line for hours.
Yeah, this one can be annoying because sometimes it just randomly craps out like it did there.
Yeah,
and
it has an inertia system.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of, from my experience, it's just kind of you have to get lucky.
It's not like that.
I also tried to use Blue Rose to stay airborne.
I'll outright say it. I think April O'Neil was probably my first cartoon crush. Looking
Yes,
back.
so was mine. She was the same for me.
Mine was
OG or 2000.
OG April.
Word.
Mine was Kari from second season of Digimon because I was also the same age as her.
Yep.
Though I also did definitely have a crush on Kimberly from Power Rangers as a kid.
Okay, for me, my Power Rangers crush, as someone that didn't grow up with Mighty Morphin because it wasn't in heavy rerun rotation, at the time that I was like actively following Power Rangers, Ashley specifically from In Space, but she was also in Turbo.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that a long time ago.
I also had a thing for Kira from Dino Thunder for anyone who's watched that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember Dino Thunder. Surprisingly enough, I couldn't stand Ninja Storm, but I like Dino Thunder better.
Well, Ninja Storm Ninja Storm's very much. Ninja Storm is just a weird series. Like it's very much much Disney trying to find their footing in how to make a Power Ranger show.
And then they found it in Dino Thunder, and then found it even more in SPD.
And then fucked it up with Operation Overdrive later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I think
they kind of got it. They kind of started losing it in Mystic Force, but Mystic Force still isn't bad.
Operation Overdrive is not just bad. It's not just like bad.
It's bad.
It's not just bad by Disney Power Ranger standards, which are actually pretty good to begin with.
It's bad by Power Ranger standards.
It's a bad Ranger team. They're not a likable team.
They're not. They are not likable, not in the slightest.
But yeah, my second and probably biggest cartoon crush, around the same time frame, actually, if not a little later, was Sailor Venus.
Right.
And she will and always will be my number one / original waifu. Like before I knew what a waifu was.
Before the term waifu was coined.
Waifu was a thing, yeah.
Yeah, because the term waifu wouldn't come around until Azumanga Daioh.
Though, say what you want about Operation Overdrive, the Once a Ranger special kicks ass.
It would kick more ass if Thrax wasn't such a wet fart of a villain.
That's true. But at least we get more Adam being a badass.
Also, if they could, you know, if they actually got Richard Horvitz to voice the returning Alpha 5.
Yeah.
Instead of someone who doesn't even try to do an impression of him.
At least it wasn't the Brooklyn one from In Space.
Yeah, but that wasn't Alpha 5. That was Alpha 6.
Still.
And that was Turbo when he had the Brooklyn accent. They gave him a same voice actress, which was, I believe, Wendy Lee.
I think you gotta break the other thing with that one.
Yeah, I know. I know. It just landed in there. My
bad. Just trying to help.
But like they fixed Alpha 6's voice for In Space to make it more Alpha 5 like, as in not sounding like someone trying to sound like they're from Brooklyn and saying yo 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 instead of I. But then again, they also kind of fucked up, you know, as much as I love In Space, as much as I say it's the GOAT of classic Power Rangers,
Yes.
Weird that, like, their first proper episode after the intro is a shitty crossover with Ninja Turtles The Next Mutation.
Next Mutation. Yeah, that's true.
Like, speak of Ninja Turtles Next Mutation in this house.
Even the creators of Ninja Turtles do not want people asking them about it because they want to forget it exists.
Though I'm glad they're giving some sort of redemption to the character of Venus in the comics.
No.
He's saying that cursed him to the realm of distortion.
Here's the thing. It ain't Venus that's in the comics. Everyone assumes it is, but that ain't Venus. That's a whole new Ninja Turtle
character that is Venus.
What?
There's another character that is Venus.
I was gonna say it.
I'm not talking about the yellow banana. I'm not talking about the one with the yellow banana in the comics.
I was gonna say because she was written in the comics specifically to abort Venus from the timeline.
I know that's not Venus. I know the one with the yellow bandana in the comics is not Venus.
Okay.
I know. I am a Turtles fan. I have actual size because Raph is so much my favorite.
Right, but what I'm saying is, did they do this? Did they bring Venus in recently?
Yeah, she's like a Frankenstein. She's like a Frankenstein's monster. She's actually pretty interesting.
Okay, it might not be the Venus then.
It's not the Venus, but it's still Venus.
It's a take on Venus rather than supposed to be the original Venus.
Okay.
It's like a redemption of the name or the concept.
Yeah, I was gonna say because what is his name? Eastman.
Yeah.
Eastman. Yeah.
Baird Eastman specifically wrote. I can never remember her fucking name, but the yellow bandana girl, turtle.
I think it's like something. It's L something.
Yeah, they specifically created her to abort Venus de Milo out of the timeline as a big middle finger to the creators of Next Mutation.
Okay, so how many of us would fall for these lures?
Not me.
If I actually saw that, I would just run.
Well, I know, not you, Miles. You're not a monster fucker like some of us are.
I don't know. I mean, can't see a face.
They do have faces, and they try to lure you in by pretending to be horny and or lesbian.
Or both.
And then this happens.
No. If I know that thing's attached to it, no.
I know. I'm talking about just the lures if you don't know what they're attached to. Even Dante, like when we get to Dante's encounter with one of these guys, he has fun with the lures, knowing that they're fake.
Well then.
Hey, don't spray it, bro.
When does Gloria come back?
Soon. Don't worry.
Soon.
She'll be back.
Anyway.
She'll be back after these messages.
Nice.
And there's another thing in this game that when it's revealed, I think you're gonna like her even more.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jenica was specifically created because they wanted to give a middle finger to Next Mutation for even trying to create a female turtle without their permission.
Not necessarily sure I like the idea of her being human first.
No.
I still don't. I'm not sure about that.
That's why when you said that Venus is back in the comics, I was like, that contradicts a lot of shit.
Yeah, I know. Like Venus is in the comics, but it's like she's not. She's not Jessica, I know.
Yeah, she's not the Venus.
She's not the Venus.
Okay. Yeah, fans of Ninja Turtles do not speak of Venus de Milo fondly.
Fans of Ninja Turtles don't speak of Next Mutation in general.
We don't speak of it. We don't speak of it.
Not just fondly at all.
Exactly. The best possible thing we can say about that, and we can't even say that positively, is it existed.
We can't.
Speaking of
the very knowledge that it exists.
you can only grab them when they're stunned.
All right, I see. All right. Because I was like, I think I did that once.
Yeah, you can only grab them when you hit them enough to stun them.
In fact, didn't the crossover with Power Rangers go out of its way to not include Venus de Milo?
No, she's there. She's there. She just doesn't. She's there. She just doesn't do anything. Like,
yeah,
the crossover was so shit that all of the turtles had the exact same personality.
Yeah, it's really
and sound more or less the same.
They all sound like Raph, basically.
Yeah, no, they all sound like Mikey.
They all sound like Mikey.
They all sound and act like Mikey.
To be fair,
That sounds like
to be fair, that sounds like Next Mutation.
Mikey is the worst one to have a share with.
To be fair, that sounds like Next Mutation in general. They all had the exact same fucking personality, except for Venus de Milo. And Leo, who had a weird crush on her for some strange reason, despite the fact that she was technically supposed to be their sister, which made it even
crushes
weirder.
on his sisters, man. What's with that?
Like that's what made that show even fucking weirder. Was
because in 2012 with Karai.
To be fair, I'd rather Leo with Karai.
I think I said something so sacrilege when Discord glitched. I missed everything for a good 5 seconds.
He said that.
Oh, bro.
He said, "Speaking of Karai," and that was it.
Yeah, he said he'd rather see Leo with Karai than.
Okay. Then yeah. I got you.
Yeah, they never acknowledged the fact that they almost put him with his own sister.
But it's just the turtles liking humans in general is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, you're not. It's one of those things, like, you know, for as much as people shit on it, it's like Sonic 06. You're not supposed to think about the fact that one's a human and one's a talking animal.
Like, that was like a huge point of the really good computer-generated Ninja Turtles reboot they did a few years ago.
Yeah, 2012 one.
Yeah, that was like a whole thing in that where he had a crush on Karai and Donnie had a crush on April.
And Mikey had a crush on a timekeeper, I forgot her name, and Karai's friend.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And Raph had a crush on an alien salamander.
Yep.
Salamander sounds the most normal for them.
Yes, but she was also based on a character from the
Mona Lisa.
Yeah, Mona Lisa, yeah. Who he had a crush on back then, and they almost became official couple before they unexplicitly and for no reason whatsoever wrote Mona Lisa out. Like, she shows up for like 2 episodes and is never brought up again. No one knows why.
Also, how does Nero know how this thing works? How do you know that would close it?
He saw the glowing button and he's like, push.
Push.
Lucky guess, maybe?
Now he's winning the.
He's a Devil May Cry protagonist. He just knows these things instinctively.
He just knows.
He's a son of he's a son of Sparta. He's just good at this.
Spoilers.
Yeah, even Dante says it like right at the beginning. It's not a spoiler.
Yeah, it does.
This is making me want to rewatch like all of the old Ninja Turtle shows, the good ones.
So,
What's
all of them except for Rise and Exputation.
Pretty much, and the one that Seth Rogen's writing.
Seth Green's a different one. Seth Green was Leo in 2012. A lot of Seths.
I bet the
second, third season, yeah.
Speaking of like from my limited exposure to Ninja Turtles, I've met the voice of Leo from the 03 series.
Nice.
Michael Sinter Nicholas. I met him. He was also more importantly for me, he was the voice of the main character from one of my favorite movies, Summer Wars. And I brought my copy of Summer Wars for him to autograph, and he was like super stoked to sign it. He was also just a really cheerful and nice guy. Like, I brought my cousin with me that year. It was her first con. And she got his autograph. Like, she knew him as Leonardo, because me and her are basically the same age. You've met her before through A Bridge Among Frontier. Just not gonna say, not gonna dox her on stream.
Cast is basically my turtles. Like, I hear them when I read comics.
Yeah, same here. But like, not only did he autograph her autograph book, he drew a little doodle of Leonardo on it.
Oh, that's adorable. My favorite Raph quote ever is in the 2003 series. It's when he's being interrogated by Hun, and Hun has his sigh, and he goes, "This is some nice steel. Tell me who gave it to you." And Raph, no hesitation, goes, "Yo mama."
Honestly, Raph is my favorite.
Raph is my favorite just because of how ruthless it can be.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like Raph too, because it's like, he's such a wisecracker, and it's like, you know, everything he says, usually, like, some sort of wisecracker insult at the enemy.
Mike is wisecracking just to wisecrack. Raph is wisecracking to hurt you.
Pretty much.
But, like, when he signed, my copy of Summer Wars, he wrote some extra stuff on there. He wrote, I love math and then, like, he draws an arrow to the love interest on the cover of the movie.
Nice.
I love when actors do little extra things like that, just without being prompted to.
Yeah, I didn't even ask him to write anything extra on there. He just went wild.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I met JDF at New York Comic Con a few years ago, and my mom was holding a Funko Pop that I bought earlier that day because, like, I didn't know, because, like, I just didn't know if I had stuff to sign him, and he was signing one, like, a portrait of him, and he saw the pop, and he's like, "Oh, I can sign that too," and my mom was like, "You sure?" And he's like, "Yeah," and he just signed that too. And he was so nice. He was so patient. It was a dream come true for me.
One of my favorite interactions I've had with, like, getting an autograph from a voice actor was when I met Paul St. Peter, just because it went to show, like, how aware he is of, like, the collector community, because one of his earlier voice acting roles in video games was as the main villain of a game called Brave Fencer Musashi, which is like a cult classic among PS1 Square Enix fans. And it was a pivotal game in my childhood. Since I didn't have an N64, that was my Ocarina of Time. I had my childhood copy there for him to sign. And he's like, he looks at it, he says, "You're not gonna sell this on eBay, are you?" Because he knows not only is this a cult classic, it is a rare cult classic that's never been re-released on any digital platforms, so it's worth something.
It's worth shit.
And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna sell this. He said I was only the second person to ask him to sign a copy of that game.
Let me guess, the other person was probably going to sell it on eBay.
I don't know, he didn't say. He also said that his favorite role he's ever played is Wormmon.
Nice.
I don't know.
From Digimon Season 2.
I haven't really watched Digimon.
You should, it's really good.
I watched Try, and I was like, eh.
I mean, I've met a lot of like voice actors and celebrities over the last few years alone. I would say a couple of my favorite experiences was one last December. Actually, I got to meet Brandon Rogers, the voice of Blitzo on Hell of a Boss.
Oh, I was a fan of him before that. I love his YouTube channel.
Right.
I actually saw one of his shows live. He was awesome.
Same here, but when I met him, I was dressed as Serpentius from Has Been Hotel, and like immediately he just goes, "Oh, it's the fucking snake." That was the tension. As soon as I walked up and went, "Hello?" He just went, "It's the fucking snake," like in Blitzo's voice, and he goes, "The bitch Charlie send you?" And I'm just like, "Oh my god, this is great."
I mean, Blitzo's voice is just his voice. That's just
Right. Right. But like, he was doing it in character, and I loved it.
in character. Yeah, I love when that happens.
And we like had a whole interaction in character, and like he turned to Luna and he turned to Erica Lindbeck and yelled down the row and said, "Just a warning, Luna, the fucking snake is here." she yelled back. She goes, "Don't give a shit, Dad," and gave him the finger.
I love when voice actors do that.
Yep. And then my other favorite experience wasn't really even my experience, but I was there to witness it. And that was when me and my old friend of JKR's as well, Wizard, and Arikado's.
Yeah.
We went to a convention, and he used to do pipe cleaner art. And
I think Jake Harris talked about him.
Yeah. He would give them to the celebrities. Well, he did one for Natalie Natina, who you might know as Nymphadora Tonks from the Harry Potter movies.
Ooh.
He gave one to her, and she just like goes, "Oh, this is really nice. Do you do any erotic ones?" And just started flirting with him. And God bless Wizard. He had no idea how to fucking respond to this.
Is he on the spectrum? He
might have been.
He might have been. It was probably just dense.
No. It was just like, he knew she was flirting with him.
Okay.
He just had no idea how to respond, because, like, here's this gorgeous woman, that we've both admitted had a crush on at some point or another, is legit flirting with him over his pipe cleaner art. And he's just sitting there. He's like, "I've been known to." She just goes, "Can you do one for me?"
Wait,
like,
what was the character's name again?
Nymphadora Tonks. Just look up Tonks Harry Potter. That's all you need to look up.
How do you spell Tonks?
Tokns.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So you see the problem here.
Oh.
I'll never forget that, because it was just such a, oh my god, this cannot be actually happening moment. And to be fair, she's been in Game of Thrones, so she's no stranger to like stripping naked.
I mean, if Florence Pugh did that to me, I'd have the same fucking reaction. I'd be like, oh.
If Florence Pugh did that to me, I would die right there.
My brain would be shut off.
Yeah, there would be no resuscitation.
No. I know what would kill you if someone did that to you for it. That would be if Emily Rudd did it to you.
Emily Rudd or Amelie, yeah.
Emily Rudd can break my heart, and I would not be mad about it.
Emily Hart would break your heart, and you couldn't be mad about it.
I know, she's so sweet.
She has openly stated she is perpetually single.
But I was just like, she's so sweet too. So it's just like.
What I found hilarious is one of my favorite quotes of hers is she has said she's perpetually single because Sanji isn't real.
Which is funny considering who she plays.
Yeah.
She plays Nami now. Well, this was like said years ago. Like she's like, I'm perpetually single because Sanji's not real, and I'll never find a man like him.
She was a One Piece fan before she even got the part. So
yeah, she got the part because she spammed the director of it with pictures of her cosplaying as Nami.
Yeah, which is a good thing Oda liked it. It's a good thing Oda likes her. Otherwise, she would not have gotten that role.
Nope.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head to bed. I'm a little bit tired tonight, so I'll see you.
Okay.
All right.
See you.
Yeah.
See you, Kilo.
Have a good night, Miles.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
But like she said that, and then like years later, at a panel, they were asked, who is your waifu / husbando in One Piece? And Taj, who plays Sanji in the live action version, goes, "It's funny you should ask that," and like drops down on his knee and tries to propose to Emily Rudd.
Which we can see he was casted as Sanji.
He freaked the fuck out and ran out of the panel for a minute.
Was she freaked out? What happened?
No, she was freaked out because fucking Sanji is real now.
It's true.
He's legit proposing to her. They've since said that there will never be any relationship between them.
Yeah.
Because they want to keep it professional. But she has admitted she has a crush on Taj whenever he plays Sanji.
I mean, I mean, if I swung that way, I would too.
I'm gonna be honest. I love the One Piece live action, and I love Taj's performance of Sanji. I just don't like how they write him in that, and I'm hoping they change it in season 2.
I'm hoping they don't go the preferred route they did in the time skip.
That's where I kind of disagree.
Like I don't want it to be overtly is what I'm saying.
Right,
like it was in the time skip.
I'm just saying
a little bit
they toned Sanji down too much. They toned Sanji down too much in the live action version, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then good thing there's a season 2 because then they can tweak it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm hoping.
But now they can correct it again.
Right, exactly. And I really like I don't want them to make him like flirting with every single girl they come across. But you could at least have him doing some flirting.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it being like he's super chivalrous to like a bunch of women. Like I wouldn't mind that as a characterization for Sanji.
Right.
You don't want it. You don't want him to be like Brock from Pokemon or like a Moroku from Inuyasha, where it's just
I don't want him to be gross like he is.
Right. Whereas with the anime, it works.
With the anime, it works because it's not real people on screen.
Right.
I want him to be gross.
Right.
Like
but how they
we had a discussion about that in the stream that me, JKR, and a few friends did back in December of when we were watching the Korean live action Dragon Ball movie. Where like Master Roshi's, pervy old man antics don't work when it's in live action.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
Because it just gets uncomfortable.
Like, it wouldn't be bad if it's like, be like, hello, and the woman says no, and be like, all right.
Yeah, but no, there's, in the Korean live-action Dragon Ball, there's a whole scene where, like, he has Bulma sitting on his lap, and he's trying to cop a feel. And it goes on for way too long, and...
There's a right way and a wrong way. Like, a tongue-in-cheek is fine.
we also just
it would be fine.
we agreed that the Korean live action Dragon Ball has the absolute worst incarnation of Master Roshi in any media, because not only is it uncomfortable to see him being a perv towards
Evolution. He's worse than Evolution.
Worse than Evolution because he's also abusive to Turtle, like beats the shit out of him for no reason.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
Like, what Turtle do to deserve that?
Like, the Korean live-action Dragon Ball movie is unironically the best Dragon Ball live-action movie we will ever get. Partly because it's 100% unofficial, but in, like, a fan film kind of way. But not in, like, a pretentious fan film kind of way, like that Spider-Man Lotus movie. But in the way of, like, you know, a bunch of friends getting together with zero budget and making the movie they've always wanted to see made.
Also, if you like Zoro's actor in the live-action movie, check out the Kamen Rider Drive movie because he's in that.
Okay.
Which would be a decent. It would be a decent introduction to Kamen Rider because he plays a character in that.
I was told to
say.
Sorry.
No, you're right. So I don't think everybody in the One Piece live action. I feel like nobody in that movie was miscast. Everyone was done perfect.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have the original mangaka having final say in casting decisions.
Yeah.
Mihawk felt like he jumped out of the fucking anime to the point where I had to double take. That's how good that actor was. And Mihawk, oh my god, Mihawk wasn't even a favorite character of mine, but by god, that anime or that live action made him one.
So what were you going to say, Ari?
I think Buggy actually.
As far as like introductions to Kamen Rider goes, I've started at two different points of Kamen Rider. Like, I've started with the original Kamen Rider. I watched one episode of that, and what?
You can do that. I said, like, my things are like either go with fan favorites,
but
the original, or just go with what looks good.
Like, the one that I was recommended to start with by a friend of mine that is a huge Kamen Rider fan was Kuga.
Kuga's a great place to start.
Yeah, and I was really vibing with Kuga. It's just, I need to find a good place to watch it without having to pay for yet another subscription.
It's on Amazon Prime.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out on there.
I think it is.
I know that, like, the original Kamen Rider is on Tubi, which is how I was watching that. Like, technically my introduction to Kamen Rider, what prompted me to get into Kamen Rider, or try to get into Kamen Rider, was, I was doing a stream of, just, like, random Sega CD games, and there was a Kamen Rider one for Sega CD.
Kamen Rider Zo.
Yeah, Kamen Rider Zo. And it was the first bit of Kamen Rider to ever come over to the West, even before Saban failed to adapt it.
Just checking.
We do not talk about it.
I'm just checking to confirm, Ari. It is Kamen Rider Kuga is not on Prime. It is on Tubi.
Okay,
that's on Prime for me.
Yeah,
just doesn't include with Prime for me.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah,
so maybe a case by case thing.
Yeah, probably.
It's on Tubi. Yeah.
If it's on Tubi, then yeah, I'll deal with obnoxious advertisements to watch Kamen Rider Kuga.
Yeah.
I think Ryuki's on there too, which is another good one to start with.
Yeah, isn't Ryuki the one that was adapted into Dragon Knight?
Yes. It's also very influential for like a lot of people, Ryuki. In Japan. For like a lot of like creators.
Oh, this is an important scene.
It is.
And on the third hour, he rose from the dead. Take that, Jesus. I beat your respawn time, motherfucker.
Wow.
I mean, to be fair, this guy is using demonic power to do it, so...
Yes, true.
As a Christian, I'm both offended and find that hilarious.
I'm
As an atheist.
I was raised Catholic, man.
As an atheist, for it, I don't give a shit.
As a Neptunist, I'll give pudding to the Sega god.
Yeah, Saturn is a Roman god.
No, Neptune from Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Oh, whatever.
It's
You said
what
Sega, and I remembered the Sega.
I didn't say Saturn. I said Sega.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Which
you
is
said
still
Sega,
Saturn.
That made me think of Sega Saturn.
Here's the guy that I play in the fan dub.
There's Nico's dad.
Magnificent.
It's weird knowing this guy
that-
had sex.
So this motherfucker is her father.
Yes.
Let's be clear here. He did not have sex. He bred.
He bred. Yeah.
Like, he did not have sex. He 100% just did it for science.
Oh, 100%.
Our priority is to capture Dante.
Why you?
Greater. Yes, your hope.
It was like, when I was cast as Agnus here in the DMC4 improv fan dub, it was like kind of perfect casting unintentionally on Nade's part. Because I actually do have a bit of a stutter when I get, like, really stressed or nervous.
Alright.
So I was able to naturally channel that into Agnes's stutter. Without trying to make... Like, obviously I did over the top for the comedy, but also trying to make it sound like a real stutter.
But hey, good on you for that, not trying to offend somebody, which is fair.
Yeah. If anything, I'm trying to offend myself.
Which, yeah, that's not...
If anything, I'm trying to offend myself with, like, oh god, I could have done this so much better.
Yeah, that's my comedy in a nutshell. Oh god, this mission.
Yeah, this is probably where I'm gonna end off for the night after just leveling up my skills a bit, because my mouth is killing me due to the toothaches I've been having.
We're gonna end at where we get special sword.
We're going to start with that next time.
Convention.
We're gonna end here. All right.
Convention I'm going to in a couple weeks is doing a small like live action One Piece group like of actors. And so far it's like the guy that played Mihawk is going, which is pretty damn cool. I might go meet him, you know? But so far it's just him, Usopp, and the asshole from the first episode that becomes one of the Marines. I cannot fucking remember the character's name.
Kobe?
Not Kobe, but the guy that becomes Kobe's friend.
I don't know.
Oh, the spoiled kid.
Starts with an H.
Helmeppo?
I know who you're talking about.
Helmeppo, yeah. It's him, Usopp, Mihawk, and then the fat pirate lady.
God, I forgot her name.
Yeah, Kobe's former owner.
Also, if we're talking about live action One Piece character actresses, Robin's Kenobi.
Oh yeah, Nico Robin.
Robin's Kenobi, yeah.
Yeah, she's coming, and dear God, I hope that actress is prepared. What I was going to say was, I'm really hoping that they're going to do a last-minute announcement of Emily Rudd.
Is.
Oh, no, I said I'm hoping they're going to do a last-minute announcement of Emily Rudd because she's touring with that group. Like, she's been touring around different Galaxy Cons with that group. They just haven't announced her officially yet, and I'm hoping to God they do, like, a last-minute announcement of her.
Another, like, from my limited knowledge of One Piece characters, because, like, I haven't seen a lot of One Piece, another character where, like, they haven't appeared yet, but fingers crossed that the live-action series does get to this point in the story, that the actress is gonna need to be prepared for, Boa Hancock.
Oh yeah, she needs to be ready.
Oh, well, supposedly they are going to get to Boa because the show's been renewed for at least 6 seasons.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then they got to make this shit fast before everyone grows too old. They got to make this fast.
Yeah. They've outright said they want to get to, at the very least, without
Ennis
spoilers,
Lobby. They want to get to Ennis Lobby.
Marineford. Is
All
it
right.
Ennis Lobby?
Yeah, I think they mentioned Ennis Lobby. They wanted to at least reach that.
Yeah, we'll talk about this in a minute.
All right. Let's see. Who, if anyone, we're going to raid tonight?
I can make a recommendation, but not a.
I'm not giving you any more freebies, remember?
I know. I was just going to suggest Yap Alonso because.
If Yap Alonso's live, then definitely. Oh, playing some Mega Man. Mega Man 3.
Super fighting robot. Mega Man! Or Rockman if you're in Japan.
Or if you're, you need to hear the German theme to the Mega Man cartoon. It goes hard.
I believe you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you to my entire gaggle of co-hosts tonight for joining me. I'll see you guys tomorrow night with more Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah.
Until then, unpleasant dreams.
Chill.
Well, the boys have called us. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Good night, everybody.
Fuck off.
Good night, everybody.
Adios.